Hi everyone, New Sensei here with another oddly specific topic, and today's topic is, do you really need a knocking point? Again, this may seem really odd to ask, but I've seen people who are very adamant about one way or the other, so let's hammer this one out. For those who don't know, the knocking point is the point where you knock the arrow on the string. This is normally marked by a brass knocking point, which is quite common with beginner bows, or with some thread or serving material, something which is tied onto the string to indicate where you place the arrow. Now, do you absolutely need one? No. Can you shoot without one? Yes. So why do you need one? Because it's just one less variable. There are a couple of functions to a knocking point. The first is that without a knocking point, if you leave the arrow on the string, it will naturally slide up and down the string. Now that can be a problem because when you grip the bowstring, your fingers might slide up or down depending on what you're doing and whether you do it consistently. And that can be one source of variables. Another function is you might put the arrow in a different place, and this might be a matter of millimeters to centimeters. But that variation will result in centimeters off target. And considering there are so many variables in archery already, you don't want to add more variables. If you have a way to keep something consistent, then you should. And the knocking point is a very simple way to keep it consistent. Now, is there ever a reason to not use a knocking point? Sure. The main group of people who would go without knocking points are instinctive shooters. People who shoot by feel, they'll load, knock, and shoot without even looking at the string, in which case a knocking point is kind of pointless. I'm thinking of an example of styles like Asiatic archery, especially horse archery, where you can't look down and place the arrow on the string, so the knocking point is kind of useless. In that case, it's a bit different because you're basically knocking and drawing in roughly the same spot each time anyway, and with practice, even with the Asiatic bow, you get the feeling of where the arrow should be, and you'll be able to compensate for where to aim just in case things go off. So it's quite plausible to shoot reasonably accurately without a knocking point. But in simple terms, this is a zero effort way to guarantee some consistency in your process. And if you're doing any form of target shooting where you need to be consistent and that's the only criteria, then use a knocking point. Anyway, that was quick and simple. This is New Sensei. Hope you found this helpful and interesting. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.